So I want us all to start in a variation of supine butterfly today. So once you're on your backs, soles of the feet touch, knees fall wide, take your arms overhead and allow your fingers to touch overhead, making a diamond shape. So you're making a diamond shape both with your legs and your arms. So now observe how you feel. If this allows you to relax your shoulders a little bit more than a traditional supine butterfly. Allow your shoulders to get heavy and really relax down into the mat. Let's all take a deep breath in through the nose. Open your mouth and let it out. One more time, deep breath in through the nose. Open your mouth and let it out. Now breathing in and out only through your nose. Breathing in yoga is typically done through the nose, unless you have a sinus problems or allergies which prevents you from doing that. Deep inhales, long exhales, maybe closing your eyes just for a few breaths, arriving on your mat. With each inhale, notice fresh blood running into your shoulders. With each exhale, notice how your shoulders just relax and completely sink into the mat. About 2 more deep inhales and exhales here. And then on your next inhale, you're going to slowly slide the arms down the mat with your elbows bent all the way down to your ribs, like you're making snow angels with your elbows bent. And then slowly on your next exhale, move your arms all the way up, fingertips to touch again over your head. 2 more times like this, moving your elbows down and up. Notice your arms touching the floor all the time. The back of your arms as you bend your elbows, make bent arm snow angels on the floor. And then go ahead and sweep your arms down to the sides of your knees. Bring your knees in, hug your knees into your chest, and rock side to side, gently massaging your lower back using the entire width of your mat. Now grab the backs of your thighs and rock up and down. Just a few times, massaging the entire length of your spine, tapping your toes to the front, shifting your weight back to your shoulders on the way back. Then after a few times, cross your ankles and roll forward and come to a tall seat on your heels. Sitting back on your heels, sucking in your belly button here. Once we are all here, we're going to take our arms up, palms touch, gaze at the thumbs. Exhale, palms come to heart center. One more time, inhale, take your arms up, palms touch, gaze up at your thumbs. Exhale, palms come to heart center. Gently drop your shoulders, drop your chin down. We are going to start class with 1 Om. Exhaling all the air out. Take a deep breath in for the Om. Gently open your eyes if you have them closed, setting an intention for this practice, or maybe setting a dedication. dedicating the practice to something or someone you love, someone who needs it more than you do right now. I'm going to turn and face you guys. On your next inhale, drop your right hand on the mat. Take your left hand up, extend through the side ribs and lean over to the right. Breathing into the right side of your body here. Deep breath in, long breath out. One more time, deep breath in, long breath out. Last time here, deep breath in, long breath out. Inhale, slowly bring your fingertips back up. Drop your left hand to hover above the mat. Use your right hand to bring your right ear to your right shoulder. Reach your left hand out, maybe flex that wrist. Breathe into the side of the neck here on the left side. Slowly come back up. Drop your right hand to the mat. Go ahead and, let's drop our left hand to the mat now. Go ahead and take your right hand up, reach it all the way up to the ceiling, elongate the side of the body, and then lean over to the left. Breathing into the right side of the body now. Breathe into the separation that you feel in your ribs. Deep breath in through the nose. Long breath out. One more time, deep breath in and long breath out. Last time here, deep inhale and long exhale. Inhale, slowly come back to the center. Drop your right hand to hover above the mat. Use your left hand to bring your left ear to your left shoulder. Reach your right hand out, maybe flexing at your wrist. Breathe into the stretch that you feel in the right neck, the side of the neck. Inhale, slowly bring your palms to touch. Exhale, go ahead and twist to the right, maybe taking your right fingertips to the back, looking over your right shoulder. Slowly come back to the center. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, twist to the left, looking over your left shoulder. Slowly come back to the center and release. Grab your strap. If you don't have a strap, I'll allow you with one more chance to grab your strap and come back and meet me here. I'm going to stretch our shoulders a bit while we are sitting. I'm hoping that I'm checking to see everyone has their straps. Maybe grab your strap or a belt or something. Okay. So it looks like everyone is ready. So continuing back on your heels, I'm going to grab your strap, maybe a little bit wider than your shoulder distance, depending on how tight your shoulders are, or maybe a lot wider. I would start a lot wider and maybe you can move it closer as you go. So on your next inhale, drop your strap all the way to the ground, elbows straight. You're tugging at your strap. Inhale and go ahead and lift all the strap all the way up above your head. Exhale, straight elbows, drop that shoulder all the way behind you, drop the strap all the way behind you. Inhale, go ahead and lift the strap back up, straight elbows. Exhale, bring the strap down. Requires a lot of shoulder rotation, so now maybe you can adjust the strap a bit. If it's too easy, then move your hands a little bit closer in the strap so it's shorter. If it's too hard, then you want to move your hands away. But either way, keep the tension on the strap and also keep your elbows straight. So again, dropping your strap down to your knees. Inhale, lift your strap all the way up above your head. Exhale, drop the strap behind you. Inhale, slowly bring it back up. Exhale, drop it to the front. Two more like this. Inhale, take your strap up above your head. Exhale, drop it behind you, straight shoulders, straight elbows. Inhale, again, bring it back up. Exhale, go ahead and drop it all the way to the front. Let's do one more bonus. Inhale, take it up. Exhale, drop it behind you. Inhale, bring it up. Exhale, release. Go ahead and loose the strap. I don't think you'll need it for the rest of the class. Let's all meet back up in a tabletop. Your wrists are right underneath your shoulders. Your knees are right underneath your hips. You're going to spread your fingers wide like a starfish and press the mat down. Index finger is kind of sort of pointing to the front. Push the mat away with your hands so that you have a slight rounding in your upper back. Holding here in a strong plank, suck in your belly button, tuck your tail in just slightly. I should be able to balance a cup of chai on your back. Hold here, brace your core, breathe. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We're going to hold it just like that, but we're going to tuck our toes and lift our knees just 1 inch, 1 to 2 inches off the mat. Again, hold, brace your core, lift your knees off the mat, hold it here, breathe. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. Release the tops of your feet. Let's take a few cat cows. On your inhale, drop your belly, lift your tail up, lift your heart up like a happy cow. Exhale, round your back, push the mat away, gaze at your belly button, tucking in your tail like an angry cat. Inhale, arching your back, lifting your tail up, lifting your heart up, moving your shoulders back away from your ears. Exhale, push the mat away, rounding your upper shoulders, gazing at your belly button. 2 more like this. With your own breath, feel the undulation in your spine. Notice the separation of the ribs and then coming back together of the ribs. Notice that your neck and your tailbone are part of your spine. So exaggerate the movements there as well. And then come back to that neutral, strong tabletop, sucking in your belly button, pushing the mat away. Let's take puppy pose. So moving your hands forward, walk, walk, walk. And when you cannot reach any further, then go ahead and melt your heart into the mat, melt your forehead into the mat. And if your forehead doesn't touch the mat, then you're just going to place a block or book underneath your head. Puppy pose, Anahata, heart opening pose. Reach your fingertips forward as much as you can. Breathe into your chest opening as well as the opening that you feel around your armpits. Now you're going to stay in puppy pose, but go ahead and join your palms together like you're making namaste at the top of your head. Dig your elbows into the mat and bring your thumbs to the nape of your neck. Reach your elbows as much forward as you can here. Again, breathing into the stretch that you feel in your shoulders and your triceps here. Go ahead and release your fingers down to the mat. Walk your hands back to your face. Come up to a tabletop one more time. Again, pressing the mat away, strong tabletop. Shoulder stretch here on your next inhale. Lift your right arm up, gazing at your right thumb, following the gaze all the way up to the ceiling. Exhale, thread the needle, bringing the right arm right underneath the left armpit. Drop onto your right shoulder and your right ear. Your right palm is facing the ceiling. You're going to take a half bind with your left hand. So reach around with your left hand and grab a hold of your right thigh. Left fingertips grab a hold of your right thigh. Your right palm is facing up to the ceiling. You're pressing the back of the palm to breathe into the stretch in your right shoulder. 4 deep breaths here. On your next inhale, go ahead and drop your left fingertips back to the mat. Reach your right hand up, following the thumb with your gaze one more time. Exhale, drop that hand back down. Opposite side, inhale, reach your left hand up, following the thumb with your gaze all the way up to the ceiling. Exhale, thread the needle underneath your left armpit this time. Go ahead and rest on your left shoulder and your left ear. Your left palm is facing up to the ceiling and you're pressing down with the back of the palm. Take your right hand now, reach around to grab a hold of your left thigh. Opening both, stretching one side of the shoulder as you open the other side of the shoulder here. On your next inhale, slowly drop that right hand back to the mat as you lift your left hand up, following the thumb with your gaze one more time. Exhale, drop that left hand back down. We're going to come into a bird dog now, challenging our core just a little bit. And if you want, you can also add a shoulder opening here. So on your next inhale, you're going to kick your right leg back. Keep it strong and straight, either pointing those toes or flexing that foot. Either way, just reaching that leg out to the back, elongating through the spine. If you have your balance today, then you can take your left hand up, thumb faces the ceiling. Hold it here, breathe for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stay here for another 5, or alternately, you're going to kick that foot into the hand, opening your shoulder up, your hip up. Breathe here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Release back into a bird dog. Exhale, go ahead and set it back down. Other side now, coming back to a strong tabletop. Brace that core and then kick your left leg back. Again, keeping it strong and straight, either flexing that foot or pointing those toes. Reach your right hand up. Your thumb faces the ceiling. Strong straight line, thumb to heel. Hold it here and breathe. Elongate the spine, the crown of the head and your tail to the front and back for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And just stay here working on your balance and your core. Or if you want, you can add that shoulder opening, kicking that foot into the hand, opening your hip up, opening your chest and your shoulders up for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. Take your knees wide, big toes touch, reach your arms forward, and go ahead and place your forehead on the mat. Allow your shoulders to just rest comfortably into the mat, settle down comfortably into the mat. If your forehead doesn't touch your mat in child pose, you can always use a block or a book underneath your forehead. slowly come up. Let's take our first downward facing dog. Lisa, you can stay in child's pose if you want. Your index finger is pointing forward. Tuck your toes, lift your hips up, downward facing dog. Go ahead and pedal your legs out, bending one knee, pressing the opposite heel to the mat, and changing sides. Let's all align our downward facing dog. Look up at your hands. Your hands are shoulder distance apart. Spread your fingers wide and push the mat away. Your index finger again is kind of sort of pointing forward. Drop your head and neck. You want to completely release your head and neck. Look back behind you. Your feet are hip distance apart, toes in, heels out just slightly so that the edges of your feet are parallel to the edges of your mat. You can keep a slight bend in your knees. Push the mat away to bring your chest closer to the thighs. Inverted V or downward facing dog. This is the best full body stretch you'll ever get. Breathe here for 5. 4. Push the mat away. Bring the chest closer to your thighs. 3. 2. Drop your heels to the mat. Your knees may still be bent. Last breath here. And go ahead and look up between your hands and slowly walk between your hands. Feet are hip distance apart. Grab opposite elbows and take ragdoll. Make this pose, the ragdoll pose, more about elongating your spine and less about your hamstring. So you can keep a generous bend in your knee and use the 10 to 12 pounds that your head weighs to elongate your spine down to the mat. Go ahead and sway from side to side like a pendulum. Shake your head, yes. Shake your head, no. And go ahead and take your hands behind you, interlace your fingers, allow your knuckles to fall overhead, deepening your stretch here. Breathe. Maybe still swaying from side to side. Then release your fingertips to the mat. On your next inhale, bend your knees a lot and slowly roll all the way up to standing. Exhale, roll your shoulders back and down. Inhale, take your hands up, palms touch, gaze up at your thumbs, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, palms come to heart center, Samastitihi, and down by your side. One more time. Inhale, take your hands up, palms touch, gaze up. Exhale, cactus arms, open your chest all the way up to the ceiling, maybe taking your gaze up to the ceiling. Inhale, palms go up. One more time, palms touch. Exhale, open your heart, cactus arms, gaze up to the ceiling. Press your hips forward as you open your chest to the ceiling. Inhale, one more time. Take those palms up, palms touch, gaze up. Exhale, hinge at the hips and fold it all the way down. Uttanasana, forward fold. Again, let your head and neck go in forward fold. You don't want to hold your head and neck up. So allow your head and neck to weigh your spine down to the mat. One more inhale here. Long breath out. Again, inhale, bend your knees a lot and slowly come all the way up to standing. Exhale, roll your shoulders back and down. Inhale, take your arms up, palms touch, gaze up at your thumbs. Exhale, hinge at the hips and fold it down, Uttanasana, forward fold. Inhale, half lift. Slide the palms up your shins and reach the crown of the head forward. L shape here. Suck in your belly button again, flat back. Breathe here, reaching the crown of the head forward, tipping your weight forward as if you're peering over the edge of a cliff. Exhale, fold. Allow your head and neck to go. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana, half lift. One more time, reach the crown of the head forward. Exhale and fold. Last time, half lift, Ardha Uttanasana, reach the crown of the head forward, sliding the palms up your shins. Exhale and fold. Inhale, reach all the way up, upward salute, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, palms to heart center and down by your side. Again, inhale, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, forward fold. Let's do a full sun salutation now, breaking it down. Inhale, half lift, sliding your palms up your shins, reaching the crown of the head forward. Listen, on the exhale, bend your knees a lot, plant your palms, take it back to a high plank, start up a push-up. Hold it here, your hands are wider than your shoulders, you're spreading your fingers wide, one more time, pushing the mat away as if you're trying to resist the earth. Send your legs back so much so that your heels are right above your toes. Suck in your belly button, your shoulders and hips are at the same level. So you're not in a downward facing dog, you're in a strong plank here. Hold it here, shoulder strength building. Hold it, breathe, you can do it. If this gets tough, just drop your knees straight down, but keep pulling them, pushing the mat away, keep engaging your core. Breathe, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Drop your knees and come all the way down to the mat. Uncurl your toes, press the tops of the feet down. Inhale, baby cobra. Exhale, forehead comes to mat. One more time. Inhale, Bhujangasana, baby cobra. Exhale, forehead to mat. Let's take Salabhasana. Interlace your fingers at the back. On your next inhale, you're going to press your hips down and peel everything up off the mat except for your pelvis. Let's do it. Take a deep inhale, lift all the way up, send your knuckles back, send your toes back, lift your heart up as much as you can. Breathe here, hold it, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. Bring your palms right underneath your shoulders. Inhale, press up into a tabletop. Exhale, push up into a downward facing dog. Touch your toes and lift your hips straight up. Breathe. Again, pushing the mat away in the downward facing dog to bring your chest closer to your thighs. And it's okay to always keep a slight bend in your knee so that you are elongating your spine. But keep pressing your heels down to feel the stretch in the backs of your legs. Your heels may or may not touch. On your next inhale, look up to the front and step or walk between your hands. Inhale, half lift, sliding the palms up your shins, reaching the crown of the head forward. Exhale, slide your hands down the backs of your legs, forward fold. Inhale, reach all the way up, upward salute. Exhale, palms to heart center, Samastitihi, and down by your side, mountain pose. One more Surya Namaskara, doing it the same way, breaking it down. Inhale, take your hands up, palms touch, gaze up. Exhale, hinge at the hips and fold it all the way down, Uttanasana. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana, reach the crown of the head forward. Exhale, take it back, plant your palms to a high push-up. Plank pose, hold it here again, pressing the mat away, sucking in your belly button, shoulders and hips at the same height. You don't want to let them sag or lift them up, but keep them at the same height. Press your thighs, squeeze them up to the sky as well. Working your core and your shoulders. Great full body toning and strengthening here. Drop your knees straight down if it gets too much for 5, 4, stay with it, 3, 2, 1. Drop your knees and come all the way down to the mat, squeezing your elbows in. Baby cobra, uncurl the tops of your feet, press into the mat. Lift your heart up on the next inhale, Bhujangasana. Exhale, forehead to mat. One more time, Bhujangasana, peel your chest up. Exhale, forehead to mat. Let's take Salabhasana, locust pose, interlacing your fingers at the back. On your next inhale, press your hips down, peel everything up off the mat, resting on your hips, reach your knuckles back, reach your toes back, hold it here, breathe for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. Bring your palms right underneath your shoulders, tuck your toes. On your next inhale, come up to a tabletop. Exhale, send your hips back and up, downward facing dog, inverted V. Every time you come back to your downward facing dog, return to the rhythm of your breath. Breathe into the full body stretch here. On your next inhale, look up to the front, step or walk between your hands. Inhale and half lift, reaching the crown of the head forward, sucking in your belly button, long side body. Exhale, fold it forward, Uttanasana. Inhale, reach all the way up, upward salute, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, palms to heart center, Samastitihi, and down by your side, mountain pose. Last time, Surya Namaskara A, breaking it down one more time, building all that shoulder strength in plank pose. Inhale, take your hands up, palms touch, gaze up at your thumbs, maybe open your chest up to the ceiling. Exhale, hinge at the hips and fold it all the way down. Inhale, Ardha Uttanasana, reach the crown of the head forward, sliding your palms up your shins. On the exhale, bend your knees, take it back to a plank pose, start off a push-up. Hold it here one more time. Sucking in your belly button, squeezing your quads up to the ceiling, pushing the mat away as if you're trying to resist the earth, spreading your fingers wide. Use everything you got, building that strength here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Drop your knees and squeeze your elbows by your side as you come all the way down to the mat. Uncurl your toes, press the tops of the feet down. Inhale, Bhujangasana, baby cobra. Exhale, forehead to mat. One more time. Inhale, Bhujangasana. Exhale, forehead to mat. Let's take locust pose, interlacing your fingers at the back. Zip your legs together this time if you want to get more into the hamstrings, like one long tail behind you. On your next inhale, press your pelvis down, peel everything up off the mat, hold it here, reach your toes back, reach your fingers back, hold it, your knuckles back, and lift your heart up. See how much you can peel up off the mat. Hold it here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release. Palms come right underneath your shoulders, tuck your toes, come up into a tabletop on your inhale. Exhale, send your hips back and lift them straight up, downward facing dog. Drop your knees down, bring the knees to touch, the feet to touch, drape your torso over your thighs and release your arms by your side, reaching for your toes, palms face up. Seed pose. You look like a little seed here. So apparently this is called seed pose, but this is just actually traditional child's pose. Breathe here. Notice how your shoulders just kind of get heavy and melt down into the mat, which feels really good after all the plank pose, strengthening poses. Breathing here in a seed pose for a few breaths. Stay with it. Again, if your forehead doesn't touch the mat, you can always use a block or a book underneath your forehead. Now interlace your fingers behind you and allow your knuckles to fall overhead. This is called shark fin pose. Notice the opening of your shoulders here. And breathe into it. If it gets too intense, you can back off. And release your hands down to the mat and slowly come all the way up. Send your hands forward, tuck your toes, lift your hips, last downward facing dog. Push the mat away one more time to bring your chest closer to your thighs. As you send your heels down to the mat, breathe into the backs of your legs. On your next inhale, look up to the front and slowly step or walk between your hands. Inhale and half lift, suck in your belly button, last half lift, reach the crown of the head forward, you're peering over the edge of a cliff. Exhale and fold forward, allow your head and neck to get heavy. Inhale, slowly come all the way up, Urdhva Hastasana, reaching your fingertips to the sky. Exhale, palms to heart center and down by your side. Roll your shoulders out a few times. Plank poses are a great way to strengthen your shoulders. Strengthening and stretching is important to do simultaneously. So roll your shoulders to the front, to the back, anything that feels good. And shake it out, eagle pose. This is a challenging pose, so I'll walk you through some variations. So you're going to bring your big toes to touch, heels are slightly apart, and sit down into your chair. Again, sucking in your belly button, tucking your tail in, reach your arms out as a T. Once your arms are out as a T, you're going to bring your right elbow underneath your left elbow and wrap your arms once so that the backs of the hands touch, or wrap your arms twice so that the palms touch. You're going to send your elbows forward and lift them up to the level of your shoulders. So you're not like this, but you're lifting your elbows up to the level of your shoulders and pushing them forward. Now to complete the eagle, with the legs, you're going to take the right leg over the left leg. This is a balance as well, and use those right toes as a kickstand. Step 1. Step 2, just wrap it once. Step 3, wrap it all the way around and stay here. Suck in your belly button, use your core, use your drishti, your gaze on either side of the eagle's beak. Breathe. 5 deep breaths. 5 deep meditative breaths. It's not an easy pose, pretty advanced. Squeeze your thighs together here to wrap those legs, or you just use those toes as a kickstand. 3 more breaths. 2. Last inhale. Exhale it out. And release your arms, release your legs, and shake it out. Balancing poses are always a good workout for the core, as well as the standing leg. But this time, eagle pose is a great stretch for the shoulders, so that's why we are doing it. One more time, big toes to touch, heels slightly apart. We have 2 sides, so let's get done with the other side. Chair pose. Suck your belly button in, tuck your tail, reach your arms out as a T. Left elbow this time underneath the right elbow. Squeeze your arms together, wrapping it once so that the backs of your hands touch, or wrapping it twice so that the palms touch. Reach your elbows forward and lift your elbows up to the same level as your shoulders. With the legs, left leg over your right leg, squeezing the thighs together, you can use your left toes as a kickstand on the floor, or wrap it once or wrap it twice. Garudasana, eagle pose. Breathe. Using your drishti, your gaze, maybe you take your gaze up this time, challenging your balance, or on either side of the eagle's beak. 3 more breaths. Go ahead and release your arms, release your legs, shake it out. And slowly come all the way down to the mat. Sitting all the way down now. Plant your feet down. Let's stretch out our shoulders. Reach your fingertips behind you. You're going to puff your heart open, drop your head back. Now you can move your hands a little bit back so that you feel a stretch in your shoulders, or scoot your bum forward. Either way, notice where you feel the stretch the most and hang out there for a few breaths. puffing your chest up and looking up at the ceiling. So this is my point where I feel the stretch in the outer shoulders. Maybe widen your hands a bit, maybe take them behind a bit, but stop where you feel that nice juicy stretch and breathe into it. Three more breaths. And slowly come up. When I do Gomukhasana arms at least, or if you want to add the legs, we can do that as well. I'm going to turn and face away from you guys, but let me show you what it looks like before I do that. So just sitting in a comfortable seated, Indian seated pose. You're going to take your left hand up, right hand up, sorry, bend at the elbow and drop your fingertips to the between your shoulder blades. Then reach around, internally rotate the left hand, reach around to grab a hold of your right fingertips with your left fingertips. So this is a good tricep stretch. If this is tough for you, there are two options. You can use a strap. I'll show you that, the strap that you already have. Or option two, just use your left hand to pull that elbow to the middle and send it down. So that's option two. So let's all just do it seated, Indian seated pose. So to use the strap, what you're going to do is grab a hold of the strap with your right hand. Take the right arm up, reach your fingertips to the ceiling, bend the elbow and drop, allow your strap to drop behind you, allow your fingertips to drop between your shoulders. That is step one. Step two, you're going to internally rotate, which means you're separating your shoulder blades. Internally rotate your left hand so your palm faces behind. Reach around and grab a hold of your strap, the dangling part of the strap. And this is your stretch here. And keep walking your fingertips up so that you can get deeper into the stretch. Or if you can grab a hold of your right fingers with your left fingers without the strap, go for it. And stay here for 5 deep breaths. Get into the pose. Stay for 5 breaths. And then release. This is Gomukhasana arms. We didn't do the Gomukhasana with the legs. Hope everyone is using a strap or just reaching for their fingers. If you're using a strap, try and see if you can walk your right hand down, left hand up, little by little until your fingers start to touch. But it's all focused on the internal rotation of your left shoulder and the external rotation of your right shoulder. So you have two different actions going on here, and you'll notice when you switch to the other side that maybe one side is way different from the other side. For this side, I'm pretty good, right? I can grab a hold of my fingers. The other side, I have to breathe a little bit and really work on getting those fingers to interlace. Stay here. This is again a great stretch for your shoulders. And slowly release. Shake it out. Other side now. Bring the strap around so that you can dangle the strap with your left hand. So reach your left fingertips up to the ceiling and drop your fingertips to in between your shoulder blades, bring the elbow up. You're going to dangle the strap from your left fingers. Internally rotate your right shoulder first so that your right palm is facing behind you, and reach around to grab a hold of your strap, or maybe you reach for your fingers. It doesn't matter. Either way, sit up tall. You don't want to round your back. Breathe into it. Maybe if this is just like for me, if this is the side that's tougher for you, then you spend a breath or two extra in this side than the other side. typically the side, if you're right side dominant, then that side sometimes gets tighter than the other side. And you'll notice this with your shoulders as well as your hips. If you're using a strap, see if you can walk your fingers with each breath just a little bit up and down so that they finally touch. Sit up tall, don't round your back. And release. Shake it out. I'm going to turn and face you guys again. On your next inhale, shake your arms out and open your chest up, maybe turning your gaze up to the ceiling, fingertips or your thumbs are facing the ceiling. Exhale, go ahead and give yourself a tight hug, maybe your right elbows on top, left elbows on top, it doesn't matter. Inhale, open your heart, gaze up at the ceiling. Exhale, opposite elbow on top, give yourself a tight hug, reach for the shoulder blades and pull them towards each other, towards the center. 2 more times like that, interchanging the crossing of the elbows. Inhale, open your heart up, thumb face up, palm face up, maybe gaze at the ceiling. Exhale, go ahead and give yourself a tight hug, reach for the shoulder blades and give them a good squeeze. Inhale, last time, open up. Exhale, go ahead and squeeze yourself. And release, shake it out. We're going to come onto our bellies just for a bit and then we'll go ahead and go onto our backs. So go ahead and come onto your bellies. Reach your arms out as a T. You're going to pick up that right foot, lift the right knee up and roll over to the left, your left side of your body as you drop the right foot behind you. Should feel a good stretch in your left shoulder. It's a light stretch, but you'll feel the stretch. If this is comfortable, then you can do that half bind one more time. Taking your right hand around behind you to grab a hold of your left hip crease. You're lying on the left side of the body one more time. Your left palm is pressing into the mat as you roll over onto your left shoulder to give it a good stretch. Go ahead and release that right hand down to the mat. Come back to the center, one more time, reaching your arms out as a T, taking the other side now. Lift your left foot up, lift your left knee up, roll on to the right side of your body, push that right shoulder underneath you as you drop your left foot down behind you. Now you can stay here if this feels comfortable enough and stretchy enough for you. Just stay here. If you want more, you can take the half bind, reaching your left fingertips around to grab a hold of your right hip. Again, pressing down with your right hand and breathing into your right shoulder. Slowly come back up. Push yourself up again. Swing your legs forward. Let's all come back. Come to lie onto our backs again one more time. To finish the class, taking supine butterfly, Supta Baddha Konasana. Lying down onto your backs. Take your arms overhead. Notice now how your shoulders feel compared to the beginning of class. Allow your fingertips to touch at the top, making a diamond shape with your legs as well as with your arms. You probably have more awareness of your shoulders now because we have done so much with our shoulders. So send your breath there. Allow your shoulders to get heavy. Sink it into the mat and notice how you feel. How does it feel? Does it feel heavy? Does it feel achy or sore already? Or maybe you'll feel that tomorrow and think of me. Just breathe into it, observe. This is the best part of class, the end of class, Shavasana, where you start tuning into your body with acute awareness and reaping all the benefits of your practice. On your next inhale, sweep your arms down, bring your knees together, hug it into your chest, give your knees a tight squeeze, and then keep your right leg hugged in as you send your left leg out long and strong on the mat. Give your right knee a tight squeeze. Keep your left leg active, which means you're pressing the heel out, flexing the toes, pointing them to your face. Take a deep breath in through the nose. Exhale, forehead to knee. Inhale, head and shoulders back down on the mat. Exhale, crunch it in, forehead comes to knee. Inhale, head and shoulders come back down. On the exhale, take a supine twist. Right knee comes over to the left side. Reach your right arm out, gaze to your right. Trying to keep both shoulders on the mat now. Allowing your shoulders to remain heavy and planted into the mat. Turn your chest up to the ceiling. You're just twisting from the lower back and your leg. Slowly come back to the center. Give that right knee a tight squeeze one more time. And then release it long and strong on the mat. Keep it active as you hug your left knee into your chest. Give it a tight squeeze. Take a deep breath in through your nose. Exhale, crunch it in, forehead to knee. Press your lower back down. Inhale, head and shoulders back down. Exhale, crunch it in, forehead to knee. Inhale, head and shoulders back down. Exhale, take that supine twist. Left knee comes over to the right. Take your left arm out as a T, gaze to your left. Again, keeping both shoulders on the mat. And spinning your chest up to face the ceiling, twisting from the lower part of your spine. Slowly come back to center. Give that left knee a tight squeeze again. Bring that right knee in. Hug both knees into your chest. Take a deep breath in through your nose. Exhale, crunch it into a tight ball, bringing your forehead to your knees. Inhale, back down. Exhale, crunch it in, tight ball. Take a deep breath in here in the tight ball. Hold the breath for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and release Shavasana. Drop your feet down. Extend your legs out one at a time. Allow your ankles to fall open. I want all of us to take our arms overhead. Maybe just allow them to rest, or maybe you can bring your fingers to touch. It doesn't matter. This allows you to really release your shoulders into the mat. Start taking stock all the way from the from your toes all the way to the crown of your head and release each part of your body down into the mat, especially your hips and your shoulders. Let go of any control you have over your breath. Let go of any control you have over your body. Just float above your body and observe how you feel. Staying here in silence just for a few breaths. Enjoy Shavasana, the best part of your practice, noticing everything.